Hello, Professor. Okay, this video. Uh, so this presentation is about the findings and recommendation of the TouchWell Storefront concept in research. So I will directly take you to my agendas where I will quickly overview of what I have covered, and I will start with an executive summary of the research. Then I will walk you through the key analysis covering the presentation's effectiveness, the appeal of the concept, and the naming comparison. After that, I will share my recommendations for service offering and center design. I will conclude with a summary of the strategic takeaway and wrap up with references. Now moving into this next slide where I will discuss about the executive summary. So the TouchWell research examined customer and manager perspective on a new healthcare storefront. Um, While the concept showed promising emotional appeal and naming ideas, there were clear weaknesses in presentation quality and clarity. Uh, Notably, design inconsistency and lack of data segmentation affected the usefulness of insights. My analysis applies the cognitive theory of multimedia learning, healthcare branding research, and behavioral service models. Um, Ultimately, I propose strategies to improve both the customer experience and the brand's credibility. So I will show some effectiveness analysis. The original presentation had a solid structure. It addressed the key areas like concept appeal, name preference, and service desirability. However, it didn't align with best practice for multimedia learning. There were too many bullet points per slide, poor use of visuals, and no clear visual signals such as highlights or arrows. These violates mere CTML principles, specifically coherence, signaling, um, and special contiguity. So to fix this, TouchWell should streamline its slides, limit context, and align visual with um, key messages, I think. And now I will move to the next slide where you will see the overall concept build result. The Apple score for the new concept was 6.2, which sounds good, but it was unclear whether the scale was to 5 or 1 to 7. Also, responses were combined for managers and customers, making key differences. That's problematic because these two groups have often valued different things. Managers focus on clinical credibility, while customers prefer emotional warmth. So I recommend separating the data by stakeholder types, clearly defining the rating scale, and displaying confidence intervals to add analytical clarity. Now, moving on to the next slide, naming comparison insights, where among the tested names, TouchWell Care Cafe ranked highest among managers. Uh, it blends emotional appeal with an approachable feel. However, casual names like this can risk undermining clinical trust. So messaging should reinforce professionalism. TouchWell Wellness Center sounds more credible and structured, uh, ideal for clients seeking reliable care. So TouchWell Health Hub suggests innovation and variety. All the options for healthcare branding literature, which emphasize emotional resonance, clarity, and differentiation. Now, my recommendations will be I have categorized the service using Anderson's behavioral model of health service use. Uh, this model shows that emotional Apple may attract users, but convenience and accessibility are what drive long-term use. So I suggest three tier of services. My tier one will be low barrier option, while like wellness workshops in a cafe format, screening with easy booking and reminders. Premier offerings like the track two will be premier offerings like personalized nutrition plans. So TouchWell should also consider loyalty incentives such as reading after multiple visits to encourage uh, repetitive engagement. And more recommendations for center design and branding. Now, if I focus on the physical and branding environment, center should create a sense of warmth and inclusivity using cafe-like seating, natural lighting, and accessible design. Um, Signage should be multilingual and icon-based to serve diverse visitors. Um, Tech should be integrated appointment reminders, digital kiosks, and CRM system can all improve customer interaction. Importantly, staff must be trained in crucial competences and empathy, uh, which directly boosts perceived care quality. Um, these steps will focus emotional connection, brand loyalty, and long-term engagement. So, in conclusion, uh, optimizing the TouchWell concept requires action across four pillars, which are going to be improved presentation design by applying multimedia learning principles, present concept Apple data with clarity and segmentation, select names that are emotionally appealing but professionally credible, um, deliver emotionally engaging, practically efficient services in an inclusive environment. And by aligning these areas, TouchWell can build a brand that is trusted, distinctive, and sustainable, competitive healthcare market. And finally, here are the peer review sources I have used in my analysis. The span topics such as multimedia learning, healthcare branding, behavioral models, and digital engagement strategies, and also, of course, all references follow APS 7th edition formatting, and these are available for further reviews. And that's all from my presentation. Thank you so much, Professor.